Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Killstar haul. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. I've just hit 300 subscribers, which I'm very happy about, so thank you. And now for the Killstar haul. So as normal, it arrives in this black bag that just says Killstar, live fast, shop online. I do usually do Killstar orders when there's some kind of sale on, because I do have them quite frequently. I mean, there's at least something every month, and with the amount of stuff they bring out, like, yeah, they're bringing out loads at the moment, and it is amazing, but my bank account is not okay. But anyway, so I'm not sure what kind of deal it was. It might have been a Valentine's Day offer or something, but they had 20% off site-wide, excluding their newest collection, which is like the roses with the tongues and the mouths on, which is a bit strange, but I kind of like it. So I decided to place an order, obviously, and I got two things this time. One of them is a dress and the other one is a top. They're both part of their new work collection, but they're not the newest. As I said, they've released so much. I did place this order on the 13th of February. Today is the 20th of February, but it did arrive yesterday. So it took 6 days to come, which I feel is pretty good. It sometimes can arrive quicker, but I did place it before the weekend. One thing I did notice with this order is usually they put like the postcardy things, like the art prints of like the models being all like witchy and all that, and they usually put them in the black envelopes with the moons on. And I have noticed over like the years of ordering from Killstar that they only put that in if you spend over £50. I mean, it's not like a huge extra or anything, but I did spend over £50, but they didn't actually include that this time. Honestly, I'm not too bothered because I have quite a lot of them, but it's just something I noticed. So yeah, usually they put this sticker thing inside the envelope, but it was just kind of in the bag. It does have, like, on the other side of this, I've just folded over my address, but it has their address, and you use this sticker to stick on the bag if you want to return anything. I will not be returning anything. I've tried everything on and it fits really well, so that's all good. As always, they come in these clear bags that say Killstar on them. I'll go for the top first. So it's called the Crop Circle Harness Top. That's the name of it on their website. It did come like really nicely folded and everything, but I've just kind of shoved it back in the bag. So, and there was like tissue paper between the folds of the clothing. Also on this specific one, it does have like buckle detailing, and these bits of tissue paper were wrapped around them to keep everything safe, which I appreciate. So this is the top. That's what it looks like. You will be able to see this better when I do the try-ons and everything, as it is, you know, a black piece of material. But there is quite a lot of detail on this. I mean, it's kind of simple but detailed at the same time. The tags on them are now like a crescent moon with skeleton hands, with some snakes around them and moon phases, and also some crystals. And then again, it's just got the name of the item on the back, and that matches the label inside as well. And on the back of it, it says you are only responsible for what you say, not for what they understand. As they do bring out new collections, these change and the sayings change and everything. I think I've just turned this inside out, which is brilliant. This one is a bit fizzly because it does have like a cutout bit like along here. So to begin with, it has a high neck, and as you can probably see, it does have a zip that goes down to about halfway. So it's from like here to here. So you can So basically this bit's like quite tight around your neck. It's not uncomfortably tight, but if you were to not put a zip in, you couldn't get this over your head basically. And this bit goes down and connects to this buckle design, which is in like a harness style. And this just goes like over the chest and then down. And it does have an O-ring. I think this was released with the O-ring dress that I reviewed in my last Killstar haul, which I really love. There was a lot of things in that collection which I really liked, so I'm trying to catch up with that. The material is like quite, it's like swishy. It's not see-through or anything, but it's definitely not thick material. It's not like low quality, but I'd say, I guess it is kind of, I mean that's for stretching it. If I just hold it normally, you can't see it, but if you stretch it, you can kind of see through it. This is gonna be good for probably spring, maybe in the summer if it's not too hot, not 30 degrees. This is not a 30-degree top, as it does have long sleeves and they are this kind of bell sleeve design. This top is very similar to the Antonia top that again I reviewed in the same Killstar haul as the O-ring dress, which I can leave below if you're interested. It was more of a Victorian style though, and this is kind of more, it's not Victorian, it's more kind of modern-y, like with the harness, more kind of traditional goth I'd say. But these sleeves are exactly the same, but the material on this is different to the more Victorian one. The Victorian one is more of a ribbed material, and this is more of just a plain, like soft material. But yeah, I have tried this on, as I said, and it is very comfortable. So this bit on the harness is kind of pulled away from the top. It does connect down here to the top itself. And then this is kind of a cut out circle, as I said, kind of like this, but imagine like kind of a bit more. And then the shoulders kind of join up here. As I said, you will see it in the try on section. So that is the crop circle top. I did get it in a size small as normal, and it does fit. I'd say out of the two, I still prefer the Victorian one, just because I like the style a bit more. I never really wear like harnesses or anything. Like the most I wear is like a choker like this, or maybe a belt or something. So this is kind of new for me, but I do really like it. And I also saw the Killstar models wear it was one of their like starry skirts, and it looked so pretty. And I do have a lot of velvet skirts, and all I wear with them is like a top like this, but just plain black. And sometimes if I'm going out to London, I'm never going to choose that outfit because it's not as detailed as some of the other things. So I feel like this paired with a velvet skirt would look really nice, and it is a nice length, it's not cropped or anything. I feel like that would look very nice with that. So that is the first one. Second one, when I tried it on, I just like stayed in it for 10 minutes. You know, you have those outfits where you just kind of feel amazing in them, and this was definitely one of them. So this is the Sabrina ruffle dress in black. When I was a bit younger, kind of just going into like gothy fashion, I used to wear a lot of Victorian clothing. And kind of throughout school and just like practicality, I kind of went on to more like modern fashion, kind of like this, you know. So I did used to wear a lot of Victorian fashion, like corsets and stuff, but it's not very practical or comfortable for everyday life. So when I went to London Edge, they had like brands like Sinister and some really nice Victorian things, and I kind of like rediscovered my love for Victorian clothing, even if I don't wear it all the time. But when I saw this dress come out on the Killstar website, it's so amazing, and it just makes you feel really elegant. I'll show you it now. This is what it looks like. Again, you'll see it better on in the try on section. It has a high neck similarly to the other top I showed you, but this time it has a ruffled effect. So it's kind of more bunched up around the neck. Again, not too tight or anything, and I got this in the same size, which is a small, and the tag is the same. This one also does come with an extra button, which is handy, but I never have had any problems with Killstar clothing breaking. It's gone through the wash and it's been fine. But anyway, that was a nice thing for them to add. Along the chest section there is this lace, and it is a see-through lace, and then it has this kind of panel thing going down. So this is a black piece of material, and then it's got the shiny buttons and then an extra piece of lace kind of underneath it, and then it does have this ribbon around the neck which you can tie as well. Like the last one, it had a zip in the back. This one is a bit longer. It goes down to about where the stitching is around the waist, so you can make it again high around the neck, which is always good. So that lace stops kind of before you're showing too much, basically. And then the sleeves, they're like a little bit bunched in, as you can see. Again, it's kind of like taking Victorian elements but kind of making it a bit more practical. Apart from the sleeves aren't the most practical thing, but I love them so much. So they go down into this, like, that is an amazing sleeve. So it kind of goes out towards the end, and I feel like the normal top would kind of stop there. That's kind of how the other one was, and the Victorian one, but this one has an extra piece of just frilliness. It just finishes off the dress so nicely, and you can be all like swishy in it. That's the sleeve portion, and then it just goes down into kind of a normal dress. I mean, it doesn't go out, and it's not like figure hugging or anything. So yeah, that's the basic features of this one. I love this so much, and I'm really glad that I picked this up. I think this will quickly become one of my favourite dresses, again because of the material and like the fact that it's got long sleeves. I think this is a good spring going into summer dress. I wouldn't wear this, as I said, in 30 degrees, but I feel like if you put a cardigan over this, it kind of takes away the effect, unless you had like a little, what they call, bolero, like a Victorian style bolero. Maybe that would look cool. And again, I will put a try-in clip of that as well. I'll tell you the prices now. So the crop circle top came to £23.99, and I believe that's usually £29.99. So I got 20% off that, and then the dress I think is usually £44.99, and I got it for £35.99. So I feel like that's a good price for Killstar. Some people have said their prices are going up, and I definitely see that in some dresses, but I feel like £35, like anywhere between 25 and 35 is kind of a standard price for a Killstar dress. And when you compare that to other places, I wouldn't say it's the most. I mean, Hell Bunny dresses are like £50, so I feel like that's kind of the normal price for an alternative gothy dress, and I definitely say that that dress is worth it. because of all the detailing, and as I've said, I've never had any problems with their clothing breaking or anything. So yeah, all of that came to £59.98, and then I also had a £5 off discount because of the point system. So I paid £54.98, and also if you spend over 50 you get free shipping, so I got free shipping on that as well. So I did also get an additional £5 off. I'd say their point system is really good. So although they are kind of maybe putting their prices up a little bit, they still have really good frequent discounts and offers, and sometimes they even go up to 30% or have buy one get one half off or something like that. I'd say Killstar's definitely my favourite clothing brand. I mean, Hell Bunny's pretty up there. So yeah, that is my Killstar haul. I also have a Restyle haul coming soon, which I'm really excited about. I did hope it would come today because I did kind of want to film it today, but it didn't. But it does come from Europe, so it does take a little bit longer, but that will be coming soon. And I'm sure this definitely won't be the last Killstar haul because I still have like a list of 5 other dresses that I need in my life. So yeah, as I said in the beginning, please subscribe if you like these kind of haul videos, whether it be like Killstar or like any other brand. I also do kind of vloggier style videos and shoe reviews, which should be up by this point. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you own any of these 2 pieces, or if you're like thinking about it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!